Hey guys, this is John Long. I'm the CEO for Empirical Incorporated. Want to welcome you all back this week. Thanks again for joining us. We've had a great 2 weeks of talks thus far. I am quarantined at home with my new co-host here who will help me out this week since we're not at the office, doing this from home. So I've got Brenna, my daughter, Brenna Long here joining me, and I have my son, Jaden. Jaden Long, you want to say hello? You say hello? So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit, kind of see how things are going. Hopefully y'all are staying safe during this period of time, being quarantined. Hopefully your loved ones are safe and not being affected by this COVID-19. If they are, hopefully they are recovering well if they are being affected by it. But again, thanks for joining us. We do have a couple of winners from last week. I want to thank Grant Warsnike. He was one of our winners for joining us last week, and he won a melatonin pack. And then Kelly Hodgkins, and she actually won a gummy pack. So very excited about those two winners. So thanks for joining us. And again, we'll be doing the same thing. We'll be doing drawings every single week as we do these Facebook live shows. So I want to encourage you guys to continue to stay tuned and joining us for these shows. Hopefully you're learning something from these encounters that we're having. We want to kind of bring you more of what we do and how we do it and why we do it. So that's why I wanted to kind of spend some time talking about some of our new products that we have that are being released, that have already been released and are continuing to come to the market. We continue to kind of evolve our product line on a continuous basis. We have currently about 40. We had about 42 different SKUs. We're up to about 51 now. We actually have brought on some new products with some of our new affiliate partners out of Atlanta. So we've got a energy drink now, which is our cocaine brand. Essentially, it's carbonated water and caffeine, and it gives you it's kind of essentially it's kind of a Red Bull, but it's of course a catchy name. The cocaine has no cocaine whatsoever, no illicit street drugs. This is strictly just a brand that was a good marketing ploy for someone. So it was a good opportunity to partner with this individual, and now we're carrying their product for them as well. We also have what we call a V-Hemp drink. This V-Hemp actually is a healthy version, so this actually has 5 fruits, 5 vegetables, and 20 milligrams of CBD. So it gives you a good healthy balance. The caloric intake is actually only 40, which is great for a lot of individuals, and has very little carbohydrates, just 11 grams. But again, 20 milligrams of CBD in that one, so it gives you brings your body back to a holistic feeling. So I want to talk about CBD today. Of course, I have my co-host helping me out today. Hopefully you're not too bored, guys. Wanted to kind of ask you, Brenna, what do you think about CBD?
I think that it's a great product.
You do? What is CBD? What do you have there?
It makes you healthy, not high.
Oh, what does that mean, huh?
You don't get high on it, you get healthy.
Good. So there's 2 different plants. Of course, y'all hear me, talking to individuals all the time, expressing this to patients and to consumers. You hear me talking to individuals, trying to express to them what the difference is in 2 plants. So you have 2 plants. One's a cannabis plant, the other one's a hemp plant. And essentially, the one that we're working with is the hemp plant, and that's one that we're pulling the cannabinoids out and extracting those into these products that you see here, which are giving you the health benefit, and essentially not making you high, like what Brenda was saying. So yes, that's very, very true. So Brenda, have you ever used any of our products?
I've used the melatonin.
Why? Why would you use melatonin? What's up with that?
Because I can't fall asleep at night.
Probably because you're on your phone or something, right?
Maybe.
Ah, okay. Unfortunately, yeah, sometimes trying to get my kids into a good sleep hygiene is taking those electronics away from them or keeping them out of their rooms. But my daughter, like myself, actually has a hard time sleeping or shutting down her brain. So what I have found, it's been very beneficial. And again, just so you know, these are not FDA approved by any means for children. I'm in the lab with my team all the time, so I know exactly what goes into my product, and I understand what the risk and benefits are for the body and how it works in the body. Essentially, there's a G protein that works on the endocannabinoid receptors, and I know how those work individually, so I have a very good understanding of it. So I'm not telling you to go out and do this with your own children by any means whatsoever. I'm strictly just telling you what I've done with my own kids. It has worked very well for her because her mind's always going. She's always kind of a little stressed with school, and of course she's been a little stressed out with not being able to go back to school, and just the general anxiety of what COVID-19 is right now. And of course what she's hearing on TV, on the internet, and TikTok, I'm sure, and all those other apps that she goes onto sometimes that we try to keep minimized. But of course, sometimes at night she has a hard time sleeping. So she's tried the melatonin. And how does that work for you, Brenna? What do you think?
It helps a lot.
Okay.
And it just clears my mind of everything.
Good. So when you wake up in the morning, do you feel like you're do you feel like foggy? Or do you feel like well rested, or what do you feel like?
I feel well rested.
Good. Jaden, have you ever used anything with ours?
Yes.
Not without permission though, right?
Yeah.
No, not without permission.
No.
Okay, good. Good. So what have you used our products for? What have you used?
I use the cream.
Why would you use the cream? You're so tiny. What do you need cream for? For your complexion?
I have growing pains in my legs, and usually whenever I come back from tennis practice, I rub it on my legs because it really gives me a workout, so it really hurts.
So you get, because of your growing pains, you have pains in your knees from tennis practice, huh? Is it because you're just such an amazing athlete and you're doing flips and everything else on the tennis court that?
No.
Oh, okay. So that's not what it is. Okay. But so you put some of our pain cream on your knees, and what does it do for you? What does it feel like?
It feels like you're all relaxed, and it takes care of all your pain.
Does it take a long time to work?
It only takes about like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, really? That's awesome. So do you like it?
Mm-hmm. I do.
But you'll never use it without Dad's permission, right?
No.
Very good. Very good. You'll never do that either. So, of course, I have dosed my own kids just because I know what they should be taking. I feel comfortable with our products that we've created within the lab. I'm very confident for you as a consumer knowing what we have created, and very, very proud of what we have created for you. But I want to kind of continue talking about some of our newer products that we've kind of brought. Melatonin, the melatonin and CBD products is actually one that we've brought to our product line. So that one actually we have 2 doses. We have one that actually has 25 milligrams of CBD in every capsule. As you can tell, there's capsules in here. They're little white capsules with the melatonin dose in there in addition. So these actually help, which as some of you may or may not know, melatonin is a natural element that you can actually take that allows you to fall asleep without any other use of any other medications. The CBD, of course, gives you that basic holistic relief, and then it allows you to sleep, allowing your brain to get some well-needed rest. So that's one of our opportunities. You have anything else to add?
No.
Okay. Well, I thank you so much. I appreciate it. You can go over with your mom if you want to. But thanks again, guys. But one of the other things I wanted to kind of talk about is I was talking to some consumers this week about some of the new products that they've purchased online, and they said the first day it worked really, really well, and then some of the following days they said it wasn't working as well. So as I started to continue to understand or kind of elicit more information from them, I was able to understand that they were taking the dosing correctly. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is how to dose yourself with some of our products and how to use them in the appropriate manner. So we sell a tincture which all of our tinctures come in these vials just like this. One of the things that's really important is, as we created these vials, a lot of our products, this lot number in particular, just came out, and they are actually they've been sitting on the shelf probably for about 30 to 45 days now. So one of the things you want to make sure you're doing is shaking up your product any single time that you're about to use it. So very, very important to make sure that you shake up your product. You don't have to do it, extremely vigorously, but of course, just give it just a mild shake just to make sure that you're getting all the cannabinoids to mix up into the liquid before you're going to draw it up into the actual tincture. So essentially what you'll do is once you do that, you'll squeeze the top of it, and then you'll release it, allowing it to pull up the tincture oil directly into the dropper. And what the dose should be is, it should be, actually there's little lines of, I'm sorry you probably can't see these, but there's little lines on all of our tinctures that gives you the dosing. So depending on what we have decided for you, hopefully you've called us and we've kind of talked you through on what the best one is to use for you. Most the dosing will always be a full dropper full, which will be all the way to the top line. You'll actually be able to put that directly under your tongue. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you, and you want to be able to put it under your tongue sublingually and hold it there for about 8 to 12 seconds, and then you can swallow that directly. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that for you if that's okay. Put the dropper under your tongue. Hold it there. And you can swallow it down. So that, and the reason that's important is because you have CB1 and CB2 receptors under the tongue that actually will help the absorption of that directly into your bloodstream. So you can get a rapid response usually within the first 15 to 30 minutes, as opposed to, of course, you can also take this in a pill format. We also have pills as well if you'd like to do those. We have gummies as well, but of course that's going through your gut, so it takes a little bit longer for that to be absorbed. But nevertheless, there's different options for you to do those. The other things we have gummies. The gummies are pretty simple. These gummies are great for a number of things. I have, of course, a number of children that are in college, and my daughters tend to ask me, Dad, I'm really stressed out. I have final exams, I have pop quizzes or whatever that might be. I have one daughter in med school as well, and one of the things that she does, or my other daughter's in nursing school, one of the things that she does is she'll actually pop one of these gummies before her exams, because it just gives her, again, it'll calm down her anxiety a little bit and give her that open-minded, relaxed feeling, making sure that she's ready for the test and can apply everything that she's learned over that period of time into that exam. So very simple. All you can do is pick one of the gummies that you like out of there. I actually have a red one. The cherry flavor are my preferred favorite. But we have lemon, we have grape. I think there's a lime one in there as well. So, and just all you have to do is just chew it right up. So those are good. After you chew it up, just consume it. Those, again, you'll have a response usually within the first 30 minutes to an hour. You really start to feel the effect of that one pretty effectively. A lot of people say, I have a gentleman who uses these quite often. And one of the things he tells me is that for his back pain, he'll take one or two of them in the morning before he gets out of bed, and then he'll have his coffee. And by the time he gets into the shower, he's already feeling a response with his gummies. So everyone kind of takes them differently, but that's really the best way to do those is just chew them up and then consume them. Those can be used again for anxiety. Those can be used for some patients have used them for depression. Some patients have used them just for generalized pain. There's just so many different opportunities for CBD. As you know, there's 113 cannabinoids found in the plant, in the hemp plant that we're currently still working on. So there's just tremendous benefits found in this amazing plant. The other options that we have is we actually have a targeted roller. So a lot of times we can actually target areas, sometimes, especially like for golfers, sometimes golfers will have this. We have a tennis elbow, or you have maybe your wrist sometimes from the putting. You'll have problems where you have that pain, and we run into a lot of individuals that way. Again, shake your product once more, and then you can apply that roller directly onto the affected area. So this is good for targeted areas. So you want to apply it directly to wherever that pain is happening. That way you don't have to worry about spreading that. If it was a pain cream, spreading it all over. And sometimes you don't want to get it all over your hand. So that's why the roller for individuals is a better use. This one does not have a lidocaine base. So this one actually strictly is just the emollient with the CBD, and this actually, again, good for targeting those specific areas that you're having pain in. So that's another one that we have. We have another one which actually does have the lidocaine base. This is a lidocaine base with 1,500 milligrams of CBD. Now this one's good because for individuals, especially who have some type of immediate pain. For instance, I had an individual this past week who actually had some severe sciatic pain, and what he was telling me is, I was with him this past weekend, and what he was telling me is that he was having such severe pain, he was having a hard time working, or hard time walking. And so essentially, a lot of these individuals who have like long-term back pain, who have had back surgeries, a lot of times they're all on pain medications because the surgeons, after the surgeries or even before the surgeries, they have to treat them with opioids to maintain or somehow minimize or mitigate some of the pain. So they are treated with opioids. Sometimes they're treated with NSAIDs. So depending on what those individuals are being treated with, they can actually use some of our products. So what I did with him is first we tried a tincture. He did try the tincture, and it worked really well. It minimized his pain, taking him from a 10 where he was at probably to about a 4, which is good. So it's more than half. It hadn't gone away just yet. So one of the things I asked him to do is pick the targeted area. He was having sciatic pain in his gluteus maximus. So right around the SI joint, which is found in the buttocks. He went and applied the pain cream directly into that area. So as you can tell, this is a cream like that you can see it's an emollient that has a lidocaine base. So like sometimes I get some pain in my elbow, so I can take this and apply it and rub it directly in, and you can rub it directly into that affected area. Rub it for a good 3 to 5 minutes. Not only massaging the area, really getting it in directly into the epidermis and the dermis, because you want this to work really well in that affected area. Not only are you giving yourself some relief from rubbing it directly into that affected muscle area, but at the same time, you're going to start feeling the burn from the menthol, because actually this has menthol. In addition, this has a lidocaine base. So you're going to feel that immediate relief. Usually within this one, you'll find usually within about 4 to 6 minutes. Sometimes a maximum of 12 minutes I've seen. Patients will have a good response because of the lidocaine. So you're going to have that immediate response with the lidocaine. You're going to have that intermittent response with the menthol, kind of like an icy hot burn, and then the long-term use, long-term pain relief with the CBD, which is 1,500 milligrams. So that'll start decreasing the swelling in addition to relieving the pain. So it's kind of the immediate, intermittent, and long-term acting. So that's a good product to use for those patients that have any type of neurological pain. And of course, then the last one that we have that's a good one to use for a lot of individuals is we have a Solve or another cream that we use, which, as you can tell, this one doesn't spill out anywhere. It's not, this is something that you can apply to any of your affected areas. Just in addition, of course, I don't have any pain right now because, of course, I've been using all this stuff. But just apply it, kind of rub it into the affected area, just like we did with the pain cream earlier. And you want to massage the area, kind of in a circular motion, making sure that you're really getting it directly into your skin, because you're going to get a much better response, allowing it to be absorbed, directly into the dermis and the epidermis layers. So very good. Of course, you have that very good smell. Of course, for those individuals who are not used to the smell of cannabis, then this will actually be something that might be a little a little shocker, excuse me, because this does have a high scent on the, even though we have added lavender and arnica and everything else into these things, they actually do have a strong scent related to these with the hemp plant, because it does have a strong smell. So one of the things I do want to remind you of is when you are using any of the lidocaine-based products, that after you're done applying it, it's very important that you do wash your hands, because we don't want you to go back and touch your eyes, touch your nose, or touch something else that'll cause some irritation with the lidocaine. So just as a reminder to wash your hands after you do apply the lidocaine-based products. So that's kind of what I wanted to do, is kind of share some product information with you and how to apply, how to use some of our products. I think it's, that's something that sometimes we forget to do, and I want to make sure that you have a good understanding of how to do it. What we'll start doing is on a weekly basis, start bringing you more information to kind of help you with the information that you submit to us, and then helping you kind of build a kind of what we call a care plan, or a plan and individual suited for you, and how we can best meet your needs, whether it be just a holistic way, whether it be that you do have some medical needs that we can assist you with, that somehow assist you in the pain. We'd love to identify what those are, and then best find the best suitable options for you. It could be one option, it could be multiple options to treat that. Like I said, this individual that I treated yesterday, or treated over the weekend, with the tincture and with the pain cream, he was able to go from a pain scale of 10 down to 0. So I was very, very happy and very pleased to see those type of responses, and we hope to have that same response for you and or your family. So, do we have any questions that have come up so far?
Yes, sir, we do. We have a question from Sarah Gabriella. She says, "Hello, I have a daughter who has brain cancer. I have heard many good things about RSO. Do you happen to sell that?"
We don't currently sell RSO, but I do have a manufacturer who does, so I can put you in contact with them. Any other questions that we have?
Some comments below. Stephanie, she says, "I use melatonin for when my kids can't sleep or have trouble." Will has commented and said that pain cream is great. Cindy, very informative. Thank you, John. So those are some of the comments that are coming in.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I want to thank everyone again for listening in to our show. I hope y'all are all staying home, staying away from from all the other individuals. Staying quarantined. Like it is, it's really hard to stay quarantined. My kids are kind of going stir crazy. So are my animals, and I have my cats are kept jumping up on the table wanting to know what we're doing up here. But it's really, really hard. But we're doing it for a good cause, because the safer that we are, the safer that we're going to be as a community and as a nation. And I think we need to stop and number one, thank all the healthcare providers. I was contemplating going to New York, which my wife was very upset about, because I have an opportunity as a nurse to go and help individuals. But we're going to have a need here in Texas too, so I think I'm going to wait and help the individuals here in Texas to help our hometown. But I want to thank all of our healthcare providers, all of our police officers and firefighters and paramedics, and hope everyone stays safe.
One more question. Do you need a prescription?
No, you do not need a prescription. We are not selling. This is not medical marijuana. So this is strictly just CBD that we're selling. So there's no prescription needed for any CBD. It's legal in all 50 states. And we'd like to remind you also to follow us on Instagram, please, because again, Facebook is fantastic, but we also have other options for you, other platforms. So Instagram is one of those that we'd love for you to follow us on. But we look forward to talking to you again. Send us your questions, and we will get those answered for you. Have a great week. Be safe.